Morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in podcast land. Brendan Cunningham, the real estate doctor for EXP. Matt Paul, talking about all the things that you want to talk about. We have a special guest here, not related to me, same last name, Tonya Cunningham. That's it. She's not a real estate doctor, but she doctors other things. We're going to talk about her in a second. What's going on in the real estate market?
Yeah, so same as last week. We're still seeing multiple offers. I had a few listing appointments this week, so it's starting to pick up for me.
Very dramatically. I'm going on a presentation tomorrow. It's a nice $700,000 house, and they're going to want every nickel of it, I'm sure.
Yep.
And we are seeing still multiple offers.
Yeah.
You know,
especially in the hot areas.
Yeah. Western New York.
Yeah.
We talk about the whole country, and sometimes in the country it's different. I have an interesting article in this month's issue of my Good to Be Home magazine. It talks about different places that you could live, like townships, different municipalities.
Yep.
What's the difference between a borough and a township and a town or a village or a special district?
Mm-hmm.
I live in a special district.
A tax district.
It's actually a historic district.
Oh, good.
So there's some benefits to that. But you know what? One of the things that we do here, we don't like to tell people what they want to hear, but we tell you what you need to know, and hopefully we can offer you solutions to some of the problems that you have. With us today, we have somebody who's a solution deliverer.
Yes.
Because that's who we have. So what's your big solution? Maybe they didn't even know they had this problem. So what is it that you do?
Our solution is that we are a one-stop shop for moves. So we declutter, organize, help people downsize. We actually can oversee entire moves in terms of my son has a moving company, so it's, you make one call and you've got your connection to the moving company, the declutterers, the senior downsizers, the organizers, the getting your home ready for sale,
it's presentation. Like staging.
Yeah, we do what we call soft staging, which is where we use the clients' belongings that are already there as opposed to bringing furniture in.
Perfect. So that can go with decluttering, right?
Yes. So and that way they're still living in their home and
with
it's
their
still
own
realistic.
Stuff. Feels like home and all that.
Gotcha. So you help people deal with the biggest problem they have when they consider selling a home. You help them deal with their stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Exhibit A for the defense, ladies and gentlemen, is stuff. You thought this was a commercial for Smart Water, didn't you, right? It's stuff. Yep. It's everywhere. It just takes over.
Yeah, the longer you're there, it's easier to accumulate.
That's right. Everyone should move at least every 7 years just to get rid of your stuff.
Declutter,
right?
True. Yes, I love that.
You have no idea how many people are just literally stuck. They just cannot move because they wake up at night screaming, thinking about their stuff.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can help them with that, other than just giving them Thorazine.
Absolutely. People think that when you think of moving, you start thinking about, I think I might sell my home. What is it worth? You call a realtor, you call a mortgage broker, you to do certain things. You call the banks, you think of all those things, and then all of a sudden it's like, the realtor's coming at such and such a time, I have to clean up the house, or on second thought, I'm not ready for this. The panic sets in, or they think they're ready and they've made all those calls and they get going and they're like, you want to walk people through the house? Now I've got to clean it up, or I've got to get rid of things, or the actual move comes along and they realize, well, I want to get rid of things before I'm boxing them up. So that's where we come in, is for the things that people don't think about right off the top.
It really is, and it is such a common problem. I mean, we have people that literally they can't sleep at night.
Yeah, but then there's the opposite, like a hoarder type mentality where it's like they can't have enough and everything is very valuable. Yeah. So we've been in both those situations.
The very first building I bought, I had to deal with a hoarder, and
it's
I
emotional.
I remember coming out of the building saying, I've heard about this,
yes,
but I'd never seen it before. It was scary.
They don't see their mess.
No, it was just amazing. I bought a 3-family building in downtown Brooklyn, and the top apartment I had to vacate because there were hoarders in there. And I can remember the real estate agent coming out and said, I think I've heard they have rats in there. And my wife at the time said, rats, I'm surprised they don't have dinosaurs. I think they did have dinosaurs. It was just amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
If you were in the apartment with me, I would not be able to see you.
Wow.
That's how much stuff there was. They had 3 grown-up people living in an 800-square-foot apartment,
with all
and I couldn't see you.
Oh, man.
People get used to that. You get used to what's around you. I always use this analogy of, we had a little hole in my living room ceiling for a while, a little scraped out hole because we had a little leak in the roof, and my husband was going to, after we got the roof repaired, he was going to fix the little hole in the ceiling. And after a while, we just forgot it was there. He didn't get to fixing it. We forgot it was there. Now people come to the house, or not now, but people would come to the house many months later, and they're like, "Oh, there's a hole in your ceiling." I'm like, "There is," because you don't even.
It's
Living
Yep.
living in
don't
a house
see it.
is different from selling a house
Yeah.
because you don't see these things.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah,
That's
you
why.
get used to it.
Yeah, that's why I always recommend people. You know what? If you're selling, you might want to have a home inspector come through and take a look at your house to see what needs to get fixed before you put it on the market.
Absolutely.
The buyer's probably going to have their own home inspection, but at least you addressed everything before they got there.
Absolutely.
Because you don't see them.
No.
Right.
No, and the longer you've been living there,
You don't see
the
them.
more you tend to.
And there'd be
forget about
stupid
things.
things like mine was the cable coming into the electrical thing
Yep.
outside. Who looks at that? Who cares about it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But the
It
buyer's going to
It's
care about
important,
it.
yeah.
It's free. I'm going to die. I'm going to get electrocuted.
Yeah.
So, so you have a valuable service. Do you do estate sales?
We don't do estate sales.
Okay, so that's
We
somebody
do-
else. Okay.
We do estate cleanouts in the
Cleanouts.
sense that when people have then decided where each thing is going, what family member is getting what,
Yeah.
and we've moved the things.
And it
that
gets
are-
ugly. Oh man,
Right,
does it
and-
get ugly?
Right, and we can help with that process as well. But once it gets to that point that, okay, what's left is leaving, then my team will come in, and I have a team of 17 employees, so we'll
Wow.
come in and actually in a
SWAT
day.
team coming in.
Yeah,
Does it
like
get-
a SWAT team.
Does it get like donated or thrown out? Or?
We try to donate as much as
you
we
can?
possibly can.
That's
yes.
good.
You know, and the thing is, the people that can't sleep at night and getting hives, think about this stuff. Just knowing that they have a person or somebody that can relieve them of this problem is really, that's the solution.
Yeah,
Just,
yep.
I need a guy,
Yeah.
or I need a person.
Yeah.
I need
So
a person.
you feel
Just
so overwhelmed.
somebody take care of this.
Yep. Point me in the right direction.
So Tanya's team of 17 or more can do this. They show up with the guns and the shields, and they go in there, and they barge in, SWAT.
However, we are all about compassion and kindness. And
Well,
so we are
yes, I
open-minded
would
and
hope so.
non-judgmental, so we won't really come in with the guns. But
Guns blazing.
Yeah.
Give me your stuff.
Yes,
Give me your stuff.
Yeah.
So, and you do have the moving component as well. So somebody could just call and say, "Look, I need I'm transferring or moving."
Moving made simple. It says so right here.
Yeah,
Great.
correct. We're a one-stop shop for decluttering, moving, and organizing services, and all of the little things in between. And because
You
we
pack
work
the
with
So
a
yeah,
lot
I
of-
was going
Yeah.
to ask if you pack and all that too.
Yes,
Wow.
we pack, we
Okay.
unpack, so once you've called us,
The unpacking is really the key.
Yeah.
Packing is not so hard. It's the unpacking.
Yeah.
yeah, and people forget that.
Oh,
Well,
please.
but-
No.
But if I didn't pack the box, I wouldn't know what's in it, and then you have everything mixed. So that's you probably have a
Yeah,
real
we
organized
try
way
to
of
do it.
doing it.
Right, it is easier for people to unpack once we've packed because we declutter with the person first,
Okay.
then we pack, and we've got everything labeled. Now, when they get to their new house, they're literally just setting things in the right
Wow.
place.
I would always tell people that, are on very, very shoestring budgets, and say, listen, you don't have to unpack all your boxes the same night.
Yeah, once. Yeah.
You could do it over a series of months if it takes. But we'd rather have it done quickly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So if you can have somebody do it, even better.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely takes the burden out of moving.
Yes,
That's
definitely. And we can do it quickly, so we're not necessarily being invasive in your space in your home and taking a lot of your time by, numerous appointments. We can do that. I do consultations. They're no obligation consultations, so I can get to know the client, make sure that they're a good fit, and then decide, okay, is this someone, like, say, especially for seniors, let me send one of my organizers to sit down with you so you can talk through these
so you would
things
send
and-
somebody different to me than you would to Matt.
Yes.
Because you think I'm
I
old.
would.
Is that what that is?
No,
Fine. I know. I caught that.
It's not that.
Uh,
No, I just get that sentimental piece from it.
Yeah.
That vibe of,
You have a lot more important stuff than that.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay,
That's
I do
it.
have a lot of important stuff. Actually, I have almost nothing that's important. I think the dog. But all right, so like a lot of times when we talk to restaurateurs or even other business owners, they have something special. Like what's something that you have that's sort of like your secret sauce, your special thing that people you hope that they ask you about, but they don't.
Or nobody knows. Yeah, nobody else does
Let's-
it.
a team that I have a large team that can come in, and on the flip side of what I just said, that can come in and do this very, very quickly. So I think a lot of people
Speed.
don't realize that. Yeah, that we
Speed
have
is
the
everything.
ability to come in, and we call them fast flips. We can literally, you got yourself into a jam and you need to be out of your house in 2 weeks, call us. We can still
And
pull it together.
on that note, I've often told buyers and sellers and even other agents when they start to get in a flap, I'll say, one thing you need to remember, time is not your friend in a real estate transaction.
Yeah, no, don't. If you wait till the end,
Time is not
You
your
know?
friend.
Right.
And by the way, other thing to remember is there are no good surprises in real estate. There are only bad surprises. So the thing is, the faster you can get things to move along, the better everything is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Time is only good for certain red wines and a few cheeses.
Yeah, whiskey, stuff like that.
Some whiskeys. But other than that, time generally doesn't work in your favor. So yeah, we need to move things along sometimes.
So and I had a client last year that waited to get the date of the final walkthrough, which is typically a day or two before closing, to pack.
Yeah.
How quick can you move? And I don't want to put you out, but realistically, is it like a couple weeks?
Realistically, we need at least 2 weeks.
Okay.
Sometimes, sometimes we're booked out 6 weeks. It depends, and especially this being spring, we book further out.
And that's one of the reasons why you're here, because we know it's spring, and yes, your chances are you're going to start to get booked up. So when we need to make the call, we need to make the call.
Yeah. So as soon as you know, make the call.
Everyone thinks they can do it, and that they think, oh, I'm just going to put stuff in boxes. They don't think that it takes a long time, and actually, if I come in with a team of 17 and it takes us 5 hours, if you multiply those hours,
I'm getting hives just thinking about it. The whole moving thing.
It's a couple of weeks or a really long week.
And then we make the phone calls for the movers, and we coordinate the move, and we can actually have our moving guys there stacking the boxes as we're packing them, getting everything ready to go. So when the movers come in, when our guys come in to actually do the move, everything's set to go. The furniture's disassembled, everything's right there. So it's really a one-stop.
Are you moves local or cross country?
I was just going to ask.
Or everywhere?
So you can deal with pods. You could load pods, and then they come and pick them up and ship them across the country. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
That's great.
So it looks like you do have a magical solution for people.
Yeah.
We like that. We like magic. Magic is good for us. Okay?
Miracle workers.
And it's important. A lot of times we come out looking like heroes simply because we knew the right person to call.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Your team is so important.
The team is, we have so many people that are on our team that do ancillary services like this. That's really the reason why I want to call us.
Yeah, you need.
We
to
got guys.
People.
We got people
and women.
And women. And you know what? It's crucial because there's so many moving parts.
Yeah.
We talk about real estate transactions in football season, particularly. Just in the transaction, there's an average of 22 service providers.
Yeah.
Between appraisers and 2 real estate agents and 2 attorneys, maybe
Underwriters.
3 attorneys, maybe underwriters,
Yeah.
maybe appraisers, and all these guys. And they're all colliding.
Yeah.
And it's much like in football, there's only one guy that really cares if the thing closes, and it's the quarterback.
Right. And we're covering 3 calls in one, because if you've got a declutter, you're going to call a junk removal company or something of that sort. If you want to organize, you're going to call an organizing company.
Moving made simple.
Yes. If you're not movers, you're going to call, and when they call me and they're like, oh wait, I don't have to call those 2. Nope, we've got it covered.
So start with you, and then
And see what you need, see what you don't need. But either way, we want to get you moved on to the next adventure, as I call it, and that's the part it's the part that kills people.
Oh,
it really is.
If you don't move frequently, I've moved a bunch in my life.
Sorry to hear that.
But I've been efficient now. I have bins, and I figured out how to do it quickly. But for those that I've helped,
be on our team.
Yeah, right. But I get the extra time.
Every time I move, I say, and this is the last time I do this, I want to be taken out of your
That's
feet
what you think,
first.
Right? You never want to do it again.
I'm already thinking I'm probably going to, in another year or so, I'm going to be doing it again.
Oh, boy. Well,
making
know what to call.
I do know
it.
I know how to call.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it next time. So.
No.
But I also say when you are first thinking of moving, that's when you should really start our services, because then
you can schedule out and all that. Yeah.
By the time the move comes, it's a piece of cake.
It becomes a non-event.
Yeah.
And that's the way we like it.
Yeah.
All right, last call. Anything? How do people get a hold of you? You have a phone?
We do.
You have an email? What do you got? Nothing? Smoke signals? What am I doing here?
So you can either text 716-425-9824, which goes directly to me, or you can go on our website.
Tonya Cunningham.
Tonya Cunningham. Or you can go on our website, which is www.nextchapterwny.com. Move management. So there's a move management page that explains our trifecta of family services, and then there's also a contact page, and you can fill out that form. Or you can also go to the Stellar Movers form and fill that out, stellarmovers716.com.
We're going to stick that all on the screen so you can see those numbers.
Yeah,
And yours is Next Chapter Solutions.
Mine is Next Chapter Solutions, which is primarily a home organizing company, but then my son kind of roped me into this packing thing, and here we are with move management services.
Wait, and I get a hold of him. Bang, Zoom. Okay.
And I've heard Stellar Movers before. That advertise. Yep. Good. Great.
Good. So
Please
You have
like,
problems,
follow,
we
subscribe.
have solutions. We
Yeah.
have the Matster over there. Say your thing
Yeah,
there.
please like, follow, subscribe. Thank you for tuning into our show. Let us know if there's anything we can address on here for you.
Because remember, we give you the real story. We tell you what you need to know, not what you want to hear. And together, we are those real estate guys.